All right, we got harvest number 3 and 4 for 2025. I haven't been out in a while. Man, working 10, 12-hour days. We've never had it this busy this late into January. But the times that I did come out here, the last couple times, man, that moon has been bright. I battled them a little bit, but I just could not get them to come out into these fields. So I looked tonight, and I seen it. The moon was coming up later. It's up in the, I think it's up in the corner of the screen here. It's coming up later. So I'm watching. You got to watch sometimes for that moon rise, the moon set. If that moon is rising about 12, 1 o'clock like it is tonight, want to get here a little bit before that, or get here before that, so I can get some hunting in before that moon comes up. If that moon sets sometimes at 11, 12 o'clock, you may not want to slide out here until midnight, because that moon is going to screw you up. So I watched that moon. We also got a cold front coming in here, man, in the next couple of nights. I got a tournament next week. I think it's Friday, Saturday, and then it ends Sunday midday. But it's for the 2 heaviest. So me and Hunter are going to join that. I want to come out. I want to locate a little bit tonight. I was going to take a few here. I want to see if this group is still around. So what I did, I slid in here up by the barn. I got a report on some coyotes on the other side on my lease. So what I was just trying to do is locate, see what's going on here. So I come here and I throw out some, I think it's boogie or she boogie homesick howls. And I throw those out up across the road, trying to check out my lease for some coyotes. And back here, I heard one howl back at me. Now, I did some battle, man, last 2 weeks ago when I was here. Bunch of battling down in the fields here. So I knew they were around. All I did is I got my stuff ready, came out along the barns. As soon as I popped out around the barn, when it gets windy, another thing I remember is when it gets windy, where do they go when it gets windy? It's kind of a bowl here. As you'll see in the video when I'm hunting or even scanning, you got a bottom here, and then it goes up, and then it goes over to the WMA. So there's a little bit of a bowl down here that protects them from the wind. And I sighted the 640 in, not messing around. Now with that tournament coming up, I wanted to have a longer range shooting gun, sighted in for 200 yards today. My AR got the 320 on it. That's going to be my shooter close when it's close. So if me and Hunter are out here for the tournament, I'm going to take the close ones. He's going to take the farther shots with the 6.5 Creedmoor with that 640 75 millimeter on it from Armasight. So I slid around the barn, man, and I seen one down in here, and I was scoping one out. Put my scanner up. I seen a second one, and man, I was just gonna take a little bit longer of a shot. Great thing about this property, a lot of circle of oaks, islands of oaks, in amongst just thousands of yards of cow pasture from here over to the end of the property. And there's just probably a dozen of these little islands in here. In the winter, man, when the cows come in here, they kind of keep it low to keep all the brush out of the bottom of it. In the winter, I like to slide into these areas, man, when it's windy, protects them from the wind a little bit. And them 2 coyotes were down in here. And I got up here on the corner of this barn and was just waiting for that right opening. Threw my collar down. I just put a little bit of beggar. What is it? Submissive beggar. Whenever I see them, or when I get moving close, howl at them, get them to howl, come in close. My first call is going to be submissive beggar. Just that closer, just something to bring them in. And this coyote come in, there was a log there, popped up on a log, gave me a nice shot, bam, dropped him. He's rolling around, she's rolling around behind that log, falls down there. Pull my scanner up, and the bad thing I wasn't recording with my contractor, but I got my contractor back out to scan. And I scanned over, and there was a second one. And when they leave here, when I shoot and they leave here, they tend to go up the hill into the WMA. That coyote goes up that hill, luckily stops in an opening, bam, drop that second one. first shot, about 165 the second shot. Dropped him in this opening. Got a nice opening in this hardwood. So a little bit different of a video. It switches it up. Where I'm going to slide over to the fields, see if I can locate a couple places for this weekend coming up. But I might take a shot at another one here just to see what's going on, because we want to get, I think last January I had 10 harvests by the end of January. I think we're the 19th right now. Just turned over to the 19th, and I'm sitting at 4 right now. All right, number 5 for the year dropped down. Got those 2 down there. A little trick that I do when you first pop in. So what I did is I came up that hill where that coyote was leaving, came up into the field, put my collar out in front of me, went back to my weapon, and just put out some submissive beggar. So the first thing I do sometimes, different times of the year, it's different things. So now during mating season, I slide up into an area. First thing I'm putting out is submissive beggar, unless I'm locating. If I'm by the barn, when I was over there by the barn, I didn't do it. I don't want to call them into the barn. I just wanted to locate them. But when you get into an area where you think there's going to be coyotes, I worked some coyotes over here the other day, and the moon was out too bright, so they weren't coming out in the field. I lucked out. The moon's out, and it's getting pretty daylight out here. Not daylight out here, but moonlit out here. And I knew it was going to be tough again. So what I did is I just came to that edge, went out there a little bit, threw my collar out there, and I was going to go submissive beggar just a little bit, just to see if I could get anything to come in. Then I was going to go into my louder house. So I was in an area that I knew there was coyotes before. I'm going to hit them with that stuff. If it's different times of the year, you're going to go, sometimes I go pup chatter at a lower level. Sometimes I'll go some type of prey, vole squeaks, mouse squeaks, early, just to see if anything's close. And man, it wasn't a minute, and one come popping up over the hill, coming toward me. Looked, I had a nice shot going into the WMA. Bam, dropped that one. It's another little female, so I'm happy that we're getting these little ones. Probably going to be done for tonight. I am going to check the field just to see if I see anything out of the field, but I'm going to get out of here. It's nice and bright. Get out of here. Hopefully the males will be running around. I think I seen a male over there after I shot this one, and I went out to get it. I scanned it real quick, and I think I caught a big male over there. If I see another one, I'll shoot it. If not, I'm at 5. We're going to have that tournament. I'm going to have 2 or 3 days to hunt that tournament. So we'll get our numbers up, and things are looking up here, man. Nice and cold, nice and quiet right now. Moon is coming up. But this next weekend should be really good coming up, so we could finish off January here in 2025 strong. So stay tuned. Try those little tips. If you need anything, man, ask any questions you want in the comments. I'll try and help you out. There's so many coyotes out here, man. It doesn't matter if we're all out here doing the same thing. We want to get you out here being successful. Stay tuned. Much more in 2025.
With a piece in my hand and bloodshot eyes, I walked to the water for a last goodbye. He begged so much, it clouded my mind. One thing's clear, the man's gotta die. Might makes right, so he said, when he held all the keys over our head. I lived in that grip, but now he'll learn at the end with the tables turned. Lord, forgive me, take me